Lately, I've become a little bit obsessed with modifying the Bibury BI2051A or the scissor variant. These are fantastic little multi-tools that just recently came out. They're only around $20. Sometimes they're up to $25 or $26, but you can get them around $20. And they offer a lot for a very small package. And they've really been what I've been looking for as an alternative to a SOG PowerPoint, except I'm not a fan of all of their internal tools. Now, this tool right here has a lot of cutting edge surfaces. It's got the scalpel. It's got this sort of nice little file with a package opener. And then on the other side, I do not need a glass breaker in my tool. I do not need this cutting hook as well. Neither of those things do I need. Now, as these tools I have been coming out, and even before they actually came out, I was working on some models to essentially get me to where I wanted to be. Now, this one actually has a Gerber Crucial plier head, and then with this one, I kept the file, I kept the knife from the scissor variant, I had the screwdriver and the scissors. I thought that was pretty cool right there. And then with this model, I added the cloth handles, and then I have this outside 4mm screwdriver right here. This one actually has the Leatherman skeletal plier head right here. And then I added the Victorinox scissors in this one, modded them to fit, kept the knife and the package opener. Now, I tried to work on another model that carries this evolution of the tool a little bit further. Now, this right here is the 500D, the Cordura material right here. This, I was excited about using it, but I think I've sort of given up. I tried to waterproof the edges, tried to make it so it didn't fray, but unfortunately, nothing is really working that well. So I think I'll move on to maybe micarta G10, something more like that in the future on the outside. It was nice to use this pocket clip from this tool right here. And then on this tool, one of the big things that I've changed is actually I've started using a precision screwdriver. Now, this is from the Klein. I believe this is the Hvac screwdriver version. This one right here will be the 3.5mm. You can get replacement bits from several different precision screwdriver parts that sell double-sided bits in their toolkits. So that's sort of cool right there. And then I actually use the glass breaker, cut it off to one side, and then hammered on this sleeve onto the glass breaker portion. Yes, you can get a sleeve that converts this to 4mm, but then you would have to carry a whole nother sleeve and toolkit with you. I wanted all this included. So I was able to add a washer under here, lift the scale up, and include this precision screwdriver in place, which I actually like a lot. On this side, I again left the package opener and the file. No change there. And then I actually had to switch the scalpel to the other side. So I had to make an indent so you could actually use that. The scalpel was pretty nice. The big news on this tool is actually this right here. These are the small scissors from Roxson. These are a huge improvement over Victorinox. Now, I don't usually ever say that, but Roxson has done an amazing job with these scissors, especially for modders. I did have to cut this end a little bit so that it would fit right here and then I could operate it. The handle is a little bit longer in the original, but otherwise I just had to drill the pivot size, enlarge it a little bit, and then do a little bit of cutting right here to make it work into this handle. But the key thing is this is very thin. For modders, these are an amazing set of scissors. I would imagine you might be able to use these on some Leatherman as well, some Leatherman tools as well. These are really, really great, very, very thin, fantastic. I can't say enough about it. This is the favorite part of my mod right here, these scissors. What I ran into was I actually bought a couple of Victorinox scissors. I had to cut them down, and then I tried to add the aftermarket springs because they were broken. I did a short video about it. At the time, I was excited about it, and I thought it was working good. But then after I did that, the springs started not working very well, and I had a huge problem even using the scissors. Now, these scissors right here are very, very good, only $7. I didn't have to mod them a ton, cut this off, cut a little bit off of this edge right here, and then drilled out for the pivot, made it a little larger, and I could put these in here. Pretty happy. Now, as far as the inside, I was able to keep the plier head. I just kept that. You can use a Leatherman skeletal if you want, but they're almost about the same size. So for this mod, I just kept this plier head. When you are modding this, there is one very important thing you need to know about. These two spring bars, the easiest way to do this is to actually undo these pivots, well, all the pivots, and then actually take this spring bar out and get the pliers in place. And then after that, you can go ahead and insert these spring bars and get them through tension to fit into place, get these pivots to fit beyond them on this side. I found that's a lot easier than trying to force the pliers because they have this almost like the Leatherman Micra. They have this part right here that actually falls and flops all over the place. So you want to use this pivot when you're putting these spring bars back together. That is something that really helped me out. If you are interested in modding this at all, it might be worth knowing. Almost done with modding this series. I think with all these versions I've done, I want to make one final version where I put all the knowledge I've learned into one and hopefully make it the best one yet. I plan to move on to another tool to mod, but this has been a fun experience adding different elements into here and learning what works. The biggest thing for me I've learned with this one is the Roxson scissors. And also I do like this precision screwdriver, but I wish there were some more small screwdriver options for this tool. Let me know what you guys think.